Trade service business owners are completely sick of marketers and other people coming along offering them the new shiny object of a way to get leads, and it's just all it's doing is it's taking your attention away from what you really want to be doing, and it's costing more money. It's just a terrible idea. What we want to do is we want to help you double your revenue in your trade service business in 60 days or less using SaaS, which is software as a service. And the reason we're different is because I own my own trade service business, a solar power business between 2010 and 2018, and I know exactly what it's like. So I'm very familiar with the solar power industry and other trade service businesses. The type of size companies we want to work with are companies between 3 and about 30 staff. So what exactly is in this video? I'm going to show you how your sales staff can actually maximize every single opportunity. There's so many leads that get missed because people don't answer the phone. I'm going to show you how we can actually do that on automation. I'm also going to show you how to provide a better customer experience through the buy-in process using automated SMS, and not a lot of solar companies and other trade service businesses are using. And we're also going to show you how to optimize your website and Facebook page, stuff that you can do in a couple of hours with issues that I see constantly. You know, I've spoken to thousands of trade service business owners, particularly solar companies, but this can actually work for any trade service business. So those are the 3 points that we're going to cover today. So who am I and what qualifies me to be an expert on this topic? Well, you know, I've been in sales and marketing since 1996. You know, I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say they've been doing marketing for, 20 years or so. But the difference between what I'm doing and what a lot of other people are doing is I actually own my own trade service business. You know, a company called Supreme Solar Power for 8 years. And, you know, I've tried every single way to get leads. And making it simple actually works a lot better. And we're going to dive into that a little bit later. You only really need 3 different traffic sources. And one of the biggest problems is people are constantly chasing shiny objects with a new way to get leads, but it's completely unnecessary, and all it's doing is taking your attention away from closing deals and really optimizing that sales process so you're not missing leads, you're getting in touch with more leads more often. But we'll dive into that a little bit later. So like I said before, I have actually helped over 50 trade service businesses with this system, which is SaaS, software as a service, and we've helped them double their revenue in 60 days or less. And we've actually got 41 5-star reviews on our website, snowballassets.com. You're welcome to go and have a look at it after this video. The main point of this video isn't to sell you something, it's to help you double the revenue in your business within 60 days or less. If we can help you make money, then there's money in it for us. Now, you don't really need any of our traffic sources unless you're doing at least $1, potentially $2 million a month, other than paid ads, which is Google ads, Facebook ads, and search engine optimization. You should be ranking on the first page for what you do in your local area. Now, a lot of people are chasing shiny objects and, trying all of these different ways to try and get a cheaper lead. And all it does is it makes it complicated. It makes it more confusing. You spend a lot more money, and the more money you spend out your company to get leads, the more you've got to get back with every single sale. So these are the only 3 traffic sources you need. And when you're using Google Ads and search engine optimization, you're sending traffic to your website. It's got to have a really strong call to action. I see so many people just sending traffic and it just says get a quote. You need to differentiate yourself why someone would obviously go with you other than your competitors. I'm not a big fan of discounts. I think you should be charging a decent amount of money for the service that you provide, providing you are, have a good service. So you need a really good strong call to action on your website for that Google's traffic sources. With the Facebook, we actually have an online form, because I see a lot of people running Facebook ads sending traffic outside of Facebook, and unfortunately, because when OS 14 came out for the iPhone devices, Apple actually blocked all of that information, so it doesn't write back to Facebook anymore. So an online Facebook form is the most powerful way. Leads do come in between $30 to $35 each. So that's all you need to keep it, and keep it really, really simple. So when the actual lead's generated, it comes through to your CRM. If you're not using a CRM, I guarantee you there'll be a lot of waste, because when a customer actually, or homeowner actually, leaves their details, that's when that your service is in their front of mind. If you call them after 10 minutes or 20 minutes or even an hour or even 24 hours, with a lot of people, most people do, they're busy. People are busy. They're doing something else. You're missing out, and then it's so hard. You're wasting so much time trying to call people. It's just not efficient. It's not effective, and it's not the way to really grow your business fast. What you need to do is you need to optimize every single lead. Where as soon as it comes through, the actual the salesperson or your setter gets an email saying, "Look, got a new lead." Call them straight away. You get them on the phone, your service is at their front of mind, and you can actually qualify the lead, and you can chat them, you can book an appointment, you can do whatever you need to do. But unless you're doing that, you're going to be guaranteed you're going to be missing out on opportunities. And when someone is looking for a service, they don't often just go to one company. They'll go to a few different businesses, and one of your competitors will get that actual sale. So it's really important that that's set up correctly. I see a lot of people using CRMs, which like Monday and Zoho, and it's not really set up the way it's meant to be set up. And it's they never get round to doing the SMS. We get this organized within a few days. Everything is set up properly, so we'll make sure you're not missing any more leads anymore, and you're speaking to people straight away. These other type of traffic sources are really just shiny objects that it prevents you from making more money. If you go to any quote companies like, well, I won't mention any, they're selling that lead to 3 of your competitors. And the problem is with that is that person, you're actually buying someone who wants to shop around and often get the cheapest price. It also incites salespeople to constantly be undercutting each other. It's you need to make profit on every single deal, and a good profit as well. So you need exclusive leads, not leads from quote companies. Telemarketing leads, that's real old school. You can get way higher quality leads than those. I would stay away from them. Untargeted flyers, that's just a random flyer job for people who don't know who you are. If you do an installer system, or you have a customer where you do some work for them, a targeted flyer job is a bit different, where you can actually say, hey, your neighbor has just used our service for X, Y, and Z. Is this something you need, or whatever you want to say. But targeted flyers are much better than untargeted flyers. Billboards and newspapers, you do not need these things until you are making $1 or $2 million a month. And also social media agencies. So many of them are charging $1,500, $2,000 a month just for their services. And a lot of the time it's just automated. They don't really put the time and the energy to be getting that lead within $30 per lead, or $35 per lead. A lot of them are getting leads for like $40, $50, $60, $70, $80. And it's just too much. You shouldn't be paying that amount for an exclusive lead. So those are the shiny objects you want to stay away from, it's costing you money by focusing on them. So this is the CRM that we send all of our traffic leads to. These are individual tiles. Everything comes in to stage 1 of the pipeline, new leads. If you've got like 4 or 5 salespeople, we can equally distribute the actual leads to them. If you maybe have one of our salesperson that just does commercial, we can also distinguish those leads as well. The setters, which I highly recommend you have to qualify leads, and also call them straight away, can actually call these directly from clicking on the tile. They don't have to use their mobile. All they do is they actually click on the call button, the call icon, which is the first one. They can SMS them from here. They can put notes in from here. They can book appointments, which goes directly into the Google or Outlook calendar. We can do every single thing in here. Also, when you actually click on a tile, it opens up and you can see the full customer's details. So that's just an idea. I also have a full video just on this CRM, but this just gives you an idea, and we'll go in a bit more detail later. We can also have a pipeline for processing the leads as well. So when you actually drag the tile over into the next section, the next stage of the pipeline, what we do is we have automatic SMS and emails going out to the clients, so they know exactly what's happening, and the clients love that. They really do. And it keeps everything organized, so you know exactly what's going on with each individual customer. Now this particular pipeline is really for a solar power company in Melbourne, Victoria, and but this can be fully customizable for any individual business. But this is a 10-stage pipeline, keeping in touch with the client now, or customer I should say. Now at the very end of it, once you've completed the job, what we also do is we also have a section that you can actually just drop the tile into, and they'll send an SMS for them to leave a 5-star review on your Google review or Facebook, wherever you want them to leave a review. And you know, customers love this, they really do, and it's all automated. All you do is just drag it to the next stage. So this is how important SMS and sales people, when the lead comes in, to get in touch with them straight away. Harvard University actually did a study with 2,241 companies, and they realized only 37% of companies actually responded within an hour. And that's, you know, it's very interesting. Australia's figures are very similar, and so are New Zealand, and so is the UK as well. So you know, that's an important thing to understand. If you want to look at the whole report, you can just go to this address at the bottom and read it there. But, you know, the most important point about this is when they contacted potential customers within an hour of receiving the query, they were actually nearly 7 times as likely to qualify the lead. And those who tried to contact the customer even an hour later were 60 times more likely than companies who waited 24 hours or longer. So that's proof in the pudding. Again, you can look at the full article by going to that address. Forbes also did a study as well, and it revealed the odds of making contact with a new lead are extremely high if you call within the first 5 minutes of submission. And the odds drop off dramatically within the first 30 minutes. So that's really proof in the pudding. If you are not getting set out to qualify a lead, as soon as the lead comes in, within 30 seconds a minute, we will get that SMS out, or a push notification, or an email, whatever you want, and they call them straight away and get on the phone. You'll be amazed how many times you can actually qualify people, and the customers love it because nobody else is doing it. It really shows that you care, and you got your eyes dotted and your T's crossed, and you know exactly what you're doing. It gives a really good impression. Not only that, is, you know, keeping in touch with customers through the actual install process, or the process that your business goes through, is night and day. It really is. The Queensland government did a study and found that increased customer numbers through favourable word of mouth and online recommendations were, you know, providing those referral leads. And you'll find that not only are those, well, you probably already know, those are much easier to close, because trust is the biggest factor. That's the difference between a customer choosing one company over another company. Because customers, all they want to do is they want to pay a reasonable amount of money. They're happy to pay a little bit more for a really good service, but all they want to do is have a professional install and have no headaches, and have the actual product or service do what it says on the label. They don't care about anything else. And when you actually giving that customer an awesome end-to-end experience, they're definitely going to refer other people to your business. You're going to close a lot higher. We've had companies get as high as a 95% conversion ratio. That means every 20 referrals, they're getting 19 sales. Now, that is completely unheard of when you're getting leads. Completely unheard of. We've got one of our clients who said, Caroline, literally every single referral we're getting a sale. Because their friend or family who they trust have actually put their neck on the line to say, if you want this particular service, go to this company. They did it really well for us. So it's so important, and it really has a good effect. Also, you get a higher dollar amount per customer spent per transaction if you ever want to upgrade them to something else, or, you know, other opportunities down the line. So ultimately, the results of keeping in touch with customers is a better customer experience, more referral leads, less loss to competitors. You get more 5-star reviews, which is also an automated point of sending out that SMS. And like I said, SMS and open rate, rather than sending them an email, has actually got a 94% open rate, whereas when you send emails, it can often go into the junk, and the open rate is substantially lower, usually 10 to 20%. So, like I was saying before, optimizing your website and Facebook for new leads is really important. I see a lot of people who just leave a quote. If you want more leads and you've got a website, and like I said before, websites are only really to get leads and to give your company authority. It's not really doesn't do anything else. And you've put all this effort into having the website built. Why the hell wouldn't someone have a really, really strong call to action and a good reason on the header of their on their homepage, giving them a customer a reason why to click that button and leave their details, rather than just, save the planet, reduce your carbon emissions, get a quote today. I mean, it's just dreary. It really is. And there's so many clients not doing that. Have 3 or 4 different offers on a slider, or even just have one offer, but have a really strong offer why they should click that button and actually get a quote from you, or a free home assessment, or whatever it is, off you today, and not just get a quote. Put a little bit of effort into it. Another really important thing is Facebook forms. Now, with a lot of marketers, is they focus on trying to build your brand, or running traffic campaigns, or putting information on your Facebook page and putting posts on there, and business pages have 0 organic reach. In fact, only 1% of your followers even see the posts, and they're not your target audience anyway. It's new homeowners who haven't got solar yet. We try hashtags. We go, okay, well, let's just try and increase the amount of times we post. Let's try and boost it. None of that works. It really, really does not work. The only thing that's really going to give you the best quality leads is keeping the lead inside Facebook by running lead generation ads through your ads manager in the back end of Facebook. There's a campaign to build, an ad set to build, and an ad to build. And leads will come in between $30 to $35, and you can scale that up. If you want more leads, you just put more money into it, like you do with Google AdWords. But you see, since OS 14 came out, Apple actually blocked the pixel data that actually writes back to Facebook's algorithm. So, but when you actually have a Facebook form, Facebook can actually learn who your best customers are and who's actually leaving their details, and find other people like them and have all the information about each individual one, because they're not leaving Facebook. And there's also there's a bit more stuff you need to know in order to run really good Facebook campaigns. We can even show someone who's doing marketing in-house how to do it, and they can actually run them for you, and it's not going to cost you. You don't have to spend $1,500 or $2,000 for every single month for a digital marketer who might not be getting the results that you actually want. So those 2 things, your website and your Facebook page and Instagram, are where the leads are actually going to be generated from the traffic that's sent there. So once you've actually got your website, Facebook and Instagram running like well-oiled machines, and they're producing really, really good leads, you can scale at any point. What we also do is we also look at adding a chat widget to your website, and I'll show you an example of what that is in a minute. We also add a review widget to your website. If you need a new website, we can include one of them as well. We can have that built in 4 or 5 days. We've got many different templates, or we can build a customer one for you within about 2 weeks. Not months and months and months like other companies often say. We also ensure that your Google business is claimed. There's a lot of people who aren't actually showing up on Google Maps. Really powerful tool. It's free of charge. And in making sure you've got an SSL in place. Some customers I've actually seen don't even have an SSL, so it actually says not secure next to their domain, and that just it needs to be switched on. With the Facebook, Like I mentioned before, Facebook business pages have zero organic reach. There's no point in putting regular content on your Facebook page expecting to get leads. And until you're hitting $1 million a month, you really don't want to be building your brand or anything like that, because if you run lead gen campaigns, not only are you building your brand at the same time, but you're getting leads, you're getting traffic. You just want to focus on making as much money and turning over as much money as possible, so you have the actual financial you have the financial capability of then building your brand, once you've hit $2 million a month or whatever. Hashtags on posts do nothing for them. And leads are attainable for around about the $30 mark with Facebook and Instagram anywhere in Australia, even cheaper in New Zealand. We were running a Facebook ads campaign for one of our partners in New Zealand, getting leads to about $17 each, and that was nationwide. And we did that for 2.5, almost 3 years with that company. And we can show you the results. I've got a whole page of them. That's no problem. So this is a chat widget. This is the one on my website, snowballassets.com, and it's just a little bubble. A lot of people like to use it. They click on the bubble, and you get a message sent via SMS, and you can actually speak to the customer direct. Really powerful tool. We just give you a little bit of code. You send that to your developer. They put it on, and boom, bang, it's working straight away. This is your review widget, or review widget we supply. And what it does is it actually consolidates reviews from all over the internet, whether it's on Google, whether it's a Facebook review, wherever. It doesn't matter where your reviews come from; they're all consolidated in one place. And it's actually live as well. So if someone puts a review on, it automatically updates on here straight away. Really, really powerful too, because the biggest thing that you need to overcome is trust, which is why referral leads are so powerful. So again, what we do is we give you a little bit of code, send to your developer. It doesn't matter where your website's built, whether it's Wix or Squarespace or WordPress or whatever, it goes straight in there. So who do we work with? Well, we would work with trade service businesses turning over between 50 to potentially $2 million. If you've got 100 staff and you've got if you're doing like 10 million a month or whatever, it's not really where we're at. So we're looking for smaller businesses who really want to grow. That's where my experience is. We're looking for business owners who are sick of going round in circles and are really hungry to grow. I remember when I owned my solar company, year after year, I was thinking, like, how the hell do I do this? How do I grow my business fast? And I was just to try stuff. Peter would call up and sell me this wonderful idea, and I did need it. But it wasn't until later on when I realized that you just need the largest social media platform on the planet, where a lot of demographically targeted, i.e. people who are in their 30s to sort of 65 plus, usually use their social media, which is Facebook. So that's where your demographic is for a lot of trade service businesses, homeowners, business owners. So that, along with Google, which is kind of the other side of the coin, people who are proactively looking for solar companies, you really want to get high up as you possibly can with search engine optimization. This, when we actually put reviews and where customers put reviews, it helps your search engine optimization, because we reply to each review with keywords that's relevant to your target market, which is really cool. Who we don't really want to work with, we don't work with business owners who aren't really committed and just constantly blame other people or reasons why they're not growing, and sole traders. If you're a sole trader, we can still speak to you, but it's give you a few tips, but it's not really where we're at. We're really looking for business, at least 3 or 4 staff who really really want to grow. So if you want to apply and see whether you're a good fit, what you want to do is you always want to go to snowballassets.com, click on contact us at the very end, and actually there's a Zoom calendar. You can just choose any day that you want, and we'll jump on a Zoom call. And I really just want to see whether you're a good fit for our services, and whether we're a good fit for what you require. Or you can click on this button, claim your free customized demo now, and we'll actually look at your website, and whether we work together or whether we don't, I guarantee this will be one of the best, most valuable things that you've done for your business all year. And I'll show you a few things free of charge to help you out. But click the button now, and we'll hopefully have a chat soon.